Hello! Thank you for waiting. I understand that you're very anxious about your pet. Rest assured, we're going to take excellent care of them. I'm told we had a bit of a mystery creature on our hands. Lucky for you, I'm something of an expert in rare magical creatures. Let's have a look, shall we? Go ahead and let them out of the crate. Oh, well, hello, sweetheart. Oh, isn't she sweet? I can see why we're confused about what exactly she is, but she's beautiful either way. What is... Oh! Yes, I think I recognize it. This is a baby lacrotta, I think. How rare to see one this far from India. I believe you told my assistant that the vet you visited before couldn't identify her, is that right? I think that's because she's a girl. Male lacrotta are a little easier to recognize thanks to their lion's manes. The females have a very different profile, especially when they're this young. Oh yes, I'm quite sure. I imagine your previous vet said she was a unicorn with a congenital condition? Ah, abused Lamassu. I'm a little more impressed with that guess, but it's still very wrong. They were focusing too much on the hooves. The face is much, much different. You see how wide the mouth is, going almost all the way to the ears. And if I open her mouth... Oh! Well, she doesn't like that, does she? But I can see the tooth plates. There's only one creature that I know of that has these solid ridges of sharpened bone instead of teeth. I've no doubt she's a lacrotta. Well, that's one question out of the way. But you weren't just looking to identify her, right? There was a specific health concern. Oh, poor girl, not eating. Is she just eating less than she used to, or isn't she eating at all? Oh dear, that is concerning then. I have a hunch, but I need to see those tooth plates again. She's a little nervous around me. Do you think she'd open up for you? Oh, that's precious. She trusts you so much. Oh, that's really impressive. Lacrotta aren't usually trusting of humans. Oh dear. I was afraid of that. I think her lower tooth plate is infected. There, towards the back. It's a little difficult to tell since she doesn't have any gums, but if I shine a light in here, you can see some black gunk that's not supposed to be there. What have you been feeding her? Well, it was a good instinct to give her choices. She's definitely a full-blown carnivore. I'm glad you didn't try to feed her a Lamassu diet. All that grain would have made her sick for sure. But I don't suppose you've been feeding her any bones. Well, I'm afraid that's probably the issue. Darn it. Bones are a very important part of a leucrota diet. Without it, the tooth plates don't get the proper amount of wear and tear. They're supposed to grow harder in response to being used more, and with all that easy-to-chew food, they stayed too soft, and that led to an infection. Tooth infections are really tricky for her species because, well, she doesn't actually have teeth. It's the skull itself that's infected. so we can't just pull an infected tooth. The procedure is a bit like fixing a cavity, but with a much longer recovery. She'll have to be given both antibiotics and a daily purification ritual for a while, both before and after. And this portion of her tooth plate will always be a little more prone to infection, so you'll need to start brushing it bi-weekly. And that's assuming things go well. I'm the closest thing to an expert you'll find in this part of the country, but I've never actually performed this procedure. Unless you're able to fly her out to a specialist, there's a chance that the infection will actually get deeper. It's not a large chance, but it's not a small one either. Oh, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were... No, it's okay. You wouldn't be the first pet owner that cried in the examination room. It's stressful, I know. Shh, don't say that. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself. It's true you might have been able to avoid this if you'd known what she was, but you didn't know. There aren't a lot of magical creature experts around here, so a lot of pet owners are more or less stuck with whoever is close by, regardless of their skill level. It's easy to beat yourself up about it in hindsight, but you were given an answer to what she was. An incorrect one, but it was the only answer you had. You did your best anyway, and got a pretty good idea of how to care for her. And listen, there's no guarantee that she wouldn't have gotten infected anyway. Her ideal diet is actually monkeys. That's her natural prey. Nothing you had access to was going to be perfect. The texture of the bones, the sorts of bacteria that can grow in the meat, they're a bit problematic to Lacrota in this part of the world. Come to think of it, how did you even come across her? Well, there, see? She's certainly better off than she would have been then. Those sorts of rescues, well, you have to respect them for trying, but there's no easy way to care for a variety of different magical species. Often there are too few people trying to care for too many animals, trying to look after multiple different kinds of magical creatures, each with unusual needs. That's just not ideal. It's better that she's with someone who can give her one-on-one attention and who truly cares about her. Here, let me show you something. I'm going to give her a general examination to see if she's healthy otherwise. First of all, her fur is nice and healthy. Have you fed her something other than meat? See, that was a great choice. A general health supplement for magical creatures was a smart move. Even though she wasn't getting bones in her diet, you did give her the nutrition that she'd otherwise be missing. And not only does the fur have healthy sheen, it's growing in thick. Leucrota, like a lot of other animals, tend to lose fur in patches when they're stressed. That means you've kept her in a nice, safe environment. How do you play with her? And that's perfect for her. They're very smart and they naturally learn voice mimicry to help them hunt. Teaching her words and playing hide and seek are great activities. You've been paying a lot of attention to her, I see. Do you see my point? There are many things you have done well. You need to be willing to accept that some things are outside of your control and focus on what isn't. See, and that sort of thinking is completely counterproductive. Sure, she would be better off if you could afford to take her to a specialist, but that's true of any pet owner. We can't all fly our pets out to the world's foremost experts for every little thing. You're not rich, but that doesn't mean you're not taking care of her. Listen, I wanted to be realistic with you earlier, and that's why I told you that things might go wrong. And it's completely normal to be worried. But the important thing is that you're doing everything you can and that she's happy being with you. Nobody can expect anything more from you than that. For now, let's set up an appointment for the surgery. And leading up to that, I'm going to get you a toothbrush and toothpaste, plus the antibiotics and ritual instructions. Brush her tooth plates daily leading up to the surgery, that will help a lot. Also, I think I'll get you some dental sticks for her to chew on. We shouldn't give her any bones until she's recovered, but the dental sticks will be soft enough to get the hardening process started. Oh, and I should ask, do you have a lot of space at home? Because she's going to get a lot bigger. Okay, that's good. And I know there's a magic-friendly pet park nearby to let her get some real room to run around every so often. Take these notes to my receptionist, and she'll get everything squared away for you. But before you go, please just try to think positively. So often, people are irresponsible with magical pets. They treat them like novelties and assume that them being magic will make them easy to take care of. It's so refreshing to see somebody who is as attentive and loving a pet owner as you are. I'd hate to see you become too discouraged, because really I have high expectations for you and your little friend. Once she's recovered, I'm certain you'll be able to provide her with a happy life. I'll see you again soon then. Take care, and be proud that you gave her a home, despite the challenges.